Okay guys, welcome back. Welcome to this video. It's been amazing. How's your programming journey going? If you are just coming across this channel, kindly subscribe. Okay, and if you have been here, please sit tight. We are going to be discussing about the secure share or SSH today, how you can go ahead to install Putty. Okay, we are going to solve the task which is giving so many student headache, and we are going to show you two ways you can we are going to show you the two ways you can go ahead to you can generate your SSH keys, SSH key pairs. So that's what we are going to be doing in this video. I believe you have looked through the task that is at hand. Okay, so the first we want to they want us to generate a key pair, then put that into our intranet and go ahead to protect. So that's what we are going to be doing now. First, let's look at what SSH or secure shell is. Basically, it is a cryptographic tool used to secure data communication. You can send a message to an individual and you encrypt it with your SSH key. All right, so for the person to be able to decrypt it, you have to have the private key. Without the private key, the person will not be able to decrypt that message. So it's basically used for data security in communication. Some people, we use basically password authentication most of the time, but SSH keys are better because you have a pair of keys and it's very difficult for people or hackers to break in or see your data, because if you have your private key, you have your public key. Yes, say you can use them to decrypt whatever message have come in, and even if somebody have access to your private key or you have access to one of the keys, provided you still have the other key intact, it may not be able to hack into your data, manipulate them, or get whatever they want. So let's get started into this. So the first thing you are going to do, there are two ways. Like I said, there are two ways you can do this. Basically, the task require us, we'll read it, and if you look through you can use Putty gen. You can install Putty gen, or you can do it on your terminal. You can install Putty gen and use that to generate your keys, or you can do that on your terminal. So we are going to be looking at both ways, so you can go ahead and choose the one you want to use. We are going to look at both ways. So what we are talking, then the RSA key is a type of SSH key, which is widely used for secure data transmission. So there are other types. You have RSA key, you have DSA key, RSA, then we have DSA. We have others, ECDA keys, then we have another EDSA key, whatever, and so on and so forth. So what we want to do, our concern is the RSA key pair generation. So what you need to do, first you hit to your browser. Okay, let me just use this. To download, you have to install Putty. So you can come here, you can see download Putty, free SSH Telnet client for Windows. Download Putty. You come here, you go ahead to click on this link, you follow the prompt. Okay, you can either download for Windows, for Linux, or Mac. To download Putty. Okay, it's very easy. You scroll down to whichever you are using, Windows or Mac. Okay, you can see, you can go ahead to click here. You choose the bit you are using and download. All right, download the executable file. All right, the guide is here, and go ahead. So yeah, you can, this, they have a, you look at this, it's going to guide you to how to download and install that. It's very simple process. You just click next, then install and finish. So basically that's the little guide to download Putty. So once you are done with that, you come here, you type you come to your Windows, you type Putty. Okay, you can see there are two of them, Putty and Putty. So you click on the Putty to open it. So I already have mine open here, it's just here. Okay, so yeah, this is it. Putty is open. All right, so you can see we have, like I said earlier, we have different type of key: RSA, DSA, ECD, and EDSA, and whatever. So but our concern is on the RSA key. You can choose, but we just want to, they want us to generate the RSA key. That's what they want us to do. So you can click on that. So after doing that, you come here. All right, so this is, again, this is the number of bytes. There are two types. We have the 2048 byte and the 4096. So it depends on what you want to use. Both of them are okay, but the 4096 is stronger. It's more, is it has more bytes, so it's stronger. All right, so but you can go ahead to do this. You can generate with this. So after doing that, you just come here and click on generate. So then go ahead to move. As you can see, I'm moving my mouse. I'll explain later what this means. Okay, all right. So why was I doing that, moving my mouse? The more I move my mouse, the more it's going to generate the randomness of the key. All right, that is why I had to be moving my mouse around the windows. Okay, so after that, you have my key generated. So like I said, it's going to be a public private key. All right, a public private key. As you can see, this is the public key here. A public key have been generated. So this is the key fingerprint, key comment, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pull this from here. I'm going to copy that. Then I can go. So after that, we just go ahead to copy our private key here, okay, which we have saved. So you have this, then you have the key passphrase. Key passphrase is more like you enter a passphrase to an extra layer of security for your keys. So I'll highly recommend you add a passphrase to your keys. It's going to create an extra layer of security. So let me just put a passphrase here. All right. Okay, so I can come here and repeat that. All right, so then I come here, I'll go ahead to save my private key. All right, it's going to create that. Then I'll name this just like so. Then I'll go ahead to save it. All right, so that is it. I have my public key, I have my private key generated. So I can go ahead to close this after that. So I can close this off. After generating, I've saved the keys. So that is one way, you can create your keys, your private and your public key. That's one way. So Another way you can do that, now that you have your keys already, another way you can do that, let's just go back to the terminal. Yes, let me go to my terminal. Have this, okay. So I already created this. All right, so I'll just let me start this. To do this on the terminal, what you need to do first, let's list files if we have any SSH key here before now. Okay, I don't think we don't have such keys. All right, so what we want to do, let's list the hid files again. Let's see. All right, we don't have an SSH key. So we can go ahead. Let me clear here again. We can go ahead to create our SSH key. You can use this key, SSH key gen. Already there's supposed to be a dash here. SSH key gen. Then you can then go ahead to add some flag. T stand for type, the type of key, RSA key. Then you can go ahead to even add the number of bytes you want it to be. Remember, I told you there are two 4098 bytes, as well as you also have 2000 and what and 48 and 48. I'm not adding both at the same time anyway. 2048. So you can do all of this, right? You can do this, but I just want to do it from scratch, from the beginning. Just use the basic key, which is SSH key gen. Then it will give us some options to fill. So let's go ahead to, if I hit enter, generating public private RSA key. So it's going to ask you enter file in which to save the key. So I'll just go ahead to create a file. I'll name it my key. I'll hit enter passphrase, empty for no passphrase. So I don't want to use passphrase now, so I'm going to hit enter passphrase again. I'm not using passphrase. Please, I'll highly encourage or advise you that you use a passphrase. Just all right. So it's going to go ahead. Your application has been saved in my key, and your public key has been saved in my key.pub. So the figure is whatever that is. All right, is going to generate that. So if I list my files now, so you will discover that these are my keys. All right, I'm just going to show you one because this is the private key. This my key is the private, while my key.pub is the public key. So I'll go ahead and I'll vi to the private key so that you'd see that we really generated a key. So my key vi my key. So if I hit enter, it's going to load. So you can see, oh, this is the private. So let me show you the private key. So vi my key. If I hit enter, it's going to, this is the private key, of course, which you can put it on a billboard, it doesn't matter. All right, so this is the private key. I can copy this out and copy this. All right, we just generated another key. So you can see these are the two ways you generate your key. Okay, these are the two ways. So after that, if you, let's check out tags. So after doing all of that, you are expected to share your public key, your answer file, this, feed the SSH public key feed of your intranet with the public key just generated. Okay, so you're going to feed that and put the key just generated. So let's just go ahead and do that. So you feed the public key, the public key in your intranet. So to do that, first we have our public key generated, which I just showed you earlier. Okay, so let me again copy that. This is the public key. Okay, let me just put that here. Just paste that here. I'll come back to that to show you how you go ahead to work with that. So after that, let me save and exit. So they want us, let's just move into our CD. So let's create mkdir. Let me just pause this and create my directory for the file. So we are still in the process of doing that, so that will show you mkdir. This is the directory, so I'll make that directory, then I'll cd into that directory. So I'll hit enter. So I'm in that directory. Let me just clear here. So I've created, let's create a readme file, me.md. Right, so I'm going to just put, can put whatever, like always you can put any content in your readme file. So I'll go ahead and clear that. So this is the file they expect us to create, 0 RSA. Then we are going to put our public key here, then and put it in our intranet. So I'll let you know how you do this. It's not, there's a part you have to remove in your public key. So let me do vi. All right, so let's have our public key so that we remove that part I just talked about. And okay, this public key. So you are not going to, the way you are going to do it, you are going to remove this part from this root. Before you paste it, you are going to remove this part. Okay, this is just your intranet, the, what is it called, your server, your ALS server. So you remove that. So what you add there is your Gmail. So let me just add just a random Gmail. Okay, so you add your Gmail to that. You add your Gmail there. Remove that root, whatever. Add your Gmail. Then you are going to copy this whole thing. Okay, copy. Then you go back. Let's go back to our terminal. You are going to put that there, paste. All right. So after that, everything is well. Okay, I believe that's well done. So I save and exit. So the next thing, where we go to our intranet, we go back to our intranet, and you are going to put the the arrow, the what is it called, the public key you just generated, the modified, the one you added your Gmail, that is the one you are going to put on your intranet, the one you added your Gmail. So let me quickly put that on my intranet. I will go ahead to add that to my intranet. Like I said, the one with your Gmail, that's what you add. So when I load this, I'm coming here, this public key. So I'm going to paste that public key here, just like this. I'll paste it here. Okay, I think yep, I'm going to paste it here. Then I'm going to save. We go down, save my information. Like that, you are going to save. Alright, then I'll reload this. Go back to reload that, then I'll come down here. Right. So after doing that, I think I have correction I need to make on the file. Okay, just that. This the Gmail is nothing too serious. So I escape, save and quit. So that's what you need to do. After that, you can do your git add dot git commit -m, your commit message update, and you can go ahead and push your files by doing git push. All right, so that's it, guys. So let's see if what we did is correct. So I'll come here. You can see this is not checked. Whatever, I just did it from scratch so that you can understand what we did there. So after that, any other thing we are missing out? Okay, let me check for so we are checking you are right or wrong. As you can see, all the tests are passed. Congratulations. All right, so that's it, guys. For the other tasks, we are going to do them. I'll have a separate video where we work on the other tasks. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Please, we start working on the next one immediately. I'll see you in the next one.